Hello everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about the energy of December and 2022. I'm gonna tune in and draw some cards. This is the Frequency card by Teal Swan. Okay, the first card is Expansion, but in reverse. So 2022 has, in numerology, has 3 2s, 2, 2, 2, and adding up to a number of 6, which is a number of healing, expansion, integration, a lot of healing. If you have drawn this card in reverse, you're inhibiting yourself in your life. Most often we do this either because of our own fear, or we do this for the sake of other people. Why are you afraid of doing something different? Why are you afraid of becoming more? You're not currently giving yourself permission to experience the life that you want to experience. Ask yourself, what could I, or what do I want to experience more fully? Then give yourself the green light to go experience it. So this is talking to a collective level, that we are still having that doubt and resistance to let ourselves fully experience what we deserve. Which totally makes sense because 2021 have reached to a point that we have to change, we have to let go of some things that are not serving us anymore. I think the December energy is also a quick exit, a quick change that I have to perform because we're moving to a faster and faster healing stage. Choose another deck just to get some clarity. For star seeds, for people who have already awakened, and for people who are a little bit in resistance to what needs to unfold. I'm gonna use the Syrian Starseed Tarot. The Great Wheel is often the most fortunate card in tarot because it symbolizes initiation of a new era and the completion of the old. Let's see. In this key, the first of a higher octave experience for Starseed to integrate. The seeker is shown the principles of karmic return. Everything spins, everything is motion. It symbolizes the completion of a process, such as Starseed's self-discovery through the first cycle, and the simultaneous beginning of yet another. As we leave Piscean age and enter boldly into Aquarian, one cannot help but make the correlation between the depiction of the Great Wheel and this great shift of ages. A time that has drawn so many Starseed to Earth to take part in its monumental and transformational awakening for all conscious beings of the realm. So I guess the question is, what is yet to come for this new era? What is your initiation? I guess that's the point of my video today. And let's draw one more from Earth Magic, just to ground ourselves and connect to Mother Gaia. Vigilance, the Stone People. And one fell to the ground. It is probably a clarification card, which is perfect Purification and Rain. These two cards make me so happy. Vigilance. Stay vigilant. Use our body. Stand for what we believe in. Use our trust. We are supported. And Purification. Let the rain wash away all of the impurities, all of our trauma release. I heard my teacher, my mentor said, the most important thing in our life is to cleanse, because we are infinite. We have everything we need. We just have to access it. When you have too much stuff in our mind, in our body, that's the only reason we get stuck. Let's take a deep breath, connect to our body, do a little shoulder rolls or shaking, whatever feels the most relevant. And I channeled this right before this video, and I really want to share. It is about 2022's energy. We have been waiting for this moment. This year is of great healing and growth. A year of learning to surf on all different waters. The year of 3 twos. Connection with all parts of yourself. Love, transition, and harmony. Be free. Enjoy yourself. Right now, you're grieving for a reason. Ask yourself, what's the best day in your life as a kid? Then you still have the drive to change the world. You are all very gifted. In fact, you chose specific gifts to explore and express in this world beforehand. You will live as promised and have a lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs. I love you, child. You can count on me. You can trust. I am your great-great-grandma. You are an angel to the world. Don't believe anything otherwise. Your existence brings smiles to us all. You belong in our hearts and yours. It is okay to be afraid. You are about to jump into the unknown. In fact, it's less known. It will feel like the first time you skydived. Once again, you're free and you're supported to fall back in our arms. I guess I channeled our ancestors, our great-great-grandma, which is very relevant for next year's energy. In December, we already feel all of it. I'm sure you feel the same. It is all about ancestral trauma release, embodied healing, which is in accordance with Gemini, the number 6. So all about communication, creativity, not duality, but integration. Integration of our parts of ourselves and our mirrors in our everyday life. I think that wraps up my video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.